Ladies and gentlemen, Steelers Nation, our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers are now officially playoff bound. We are going to the playoffs.
Let's fucking go!
The Titans finished the job. The curse of the Myron Cope terrible towel finishes the season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what you fucking get when you mess with the curse, the legacy of Myron Cope. Y'all was 6-2 at y'all bye after beating us. Y'all finished 9-8 and lost 5 of your last 6.
As soon as you laid your hands on that terrible towel, man, the rest of your season was doomed.
And now we take your spot. Thank you, Tennessee.
Thank you, Titans. Thank you, Edmonds. Thank you, Tennessee Titans.
We are going to the playoffs. We are going to the playoffs, man.
We make the playoffs for the first time since 2021.
Since
when we needed the Jags to help us get into the fucking playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
This time around, we needed the Jags to fucking lose, and that fucking occurred today.
Wow, man. Just wow. And depending on the result of tonight's Dolphins versus Bills matchup, we will either face the number 2 seed Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, or we will either face the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. Because if the Dolphins beat the Bills, we will finish as the 6th seed and head into Kansas City. Otherwise, we'll face the number 2 seed in the Bills if they win the division. So we will officially see the Steelers play playoff football, see January football once again. The season is not over, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not.
This Mason Rudolph ride is not over. We will see them once again next week for what will absolutely be a crazy edition of stressful Steelers football. But we'll either be against the Bills or the Chiefs. We have to wonder what the result of tonight's game is going to be, what will be an incredible game. But man, oh man, what a ride for this Titans versus Jags game. They almost choked it, but they sealed it, man. The Jags could not get the job done. The Titans gave us a massive favor. And this
massive heartache at the same time.
You're right, but they got the job done.
In the end, all we need them to do was pull off the upset victory against a division rival, and they fucking did it in their own stadium.
Yes.
They finished the season with a W. They rain on the Jaguars parade, and they do the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Got to throw them out there because Bills are now in the playoffs officially, but most importantly, the Steelers.
Yeah.
For our sake. We need them to pull off a big favor, and they fucking did it.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, Titans.
All of AFC's playoff spots are now clinched. It's just a matter of who's going to play what next week, man. And I will say this, it's been a crazy, wild season for our Steelers. Very crazy. Very wild. Very, a roller coaster of emotions is what I'll phrase it with. But
no kidding.
But these last 3 weeks, led by Mason Rudolph, I feel like this Mason Rudolph-led football team deserved to make the playoffs.
No, I believe they've earned that right.
Everything before that, with Kenny or Mitch leading, they didn't deserve it. These last 3 weeks under Mason, they have fought, they have competed, they have earned every single victory. I have not seen this level of competitiveness and fight from the Steelers, offensively especially, in a while. This Mason Rudolph-led football team from the Steelers deserved to make the playoffs, which is why I was hoping this would not be the end of our season. And now officially it is not. And we will see them next week versus either the Bills or the Chiefs.
Whoever.
How you guys feeling, man? You guys feeling great about making the playoffs? Who you guys want to face? The Dolphins or the Bills or the Chiefs? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, hey, we got Steelers football next week. Our season ain't over. Our jersey ain't over. And man,
we'll see how Mason and company and the crew and Tomlin will
Mike
do.
Tomlin. I do want to say this. We've been very critical of Tomlin for the right reasons.
And rightfully so.
But I feel like with the change he made with Mason and the fight that a Mason-led team has shown, they deserve to make the playoffs. And I'd like to see what Tomlin can do with Mason Rudolph leading the squad. Let's give him the opportunity to try to get another playoff victory. His first playoff victory since 2016.
Let's see what they can do, man. They earned that right. They pushed through. They came back after 3 straight losses. They were 7-7, managed to win the last 3 to go 10-7, keep their season playoff hopes alive. With the way that they've been performing, the way that this team has completely changed over the past 3 weeks. Let's see what they can do in the postseason.
Yes.
I am honestly and genuinely interested to see what they can be able to do in the playoffs. Knowing the recent history.
Yes, it scares me, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
And I want to see Mason given that chance in the playoffs.
Yes.
Continue this comeback story. Continue this story that Mason is on and that this team is on.
And for the first time in a while, I would say that we finally, if Mason is starting, which he should, for the first time in a while, like we finally have a quarterback that can actually sling it down the field. Because we knew Ben, his arm was shot for the last couple playoff runs. And we were getting blown out, and he was slinging it, and he put up a lot of yardage and touchdowns, but that was because we were back by so much, right? Yeah. But now that we finally have a quarterback that can lead us to a competitive matchup, a competitive squad, someone with a strong arm, that might actually benefit us a little bit. That might benefit us in the playoffs. That might give us some hope for next week. I don't know, depending on who we face. But, hey, let's celebrate for now. Let's watch tonight. Let's see who we face.
We can now watch Sunday Night Football stressless.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
We can enjoy the rest of our Sunday, the rest of the remaining football games, Sunday Night Football, and just celebrate and prepare for whoever we have to face.
Yes. But, man, we're playoff bound. Mason Rudolph's playoff bound. Najee's playoff bound. Pickens is playoff bound. The Steelers are playoff bound. Mike Tomlin is playoff bound. And the way they've performed the last 3 weeks, I got to say, this team deserves it, and I want to see what they can do in the postseason. Regardless of the latest history, which still scares me, but
let's see if they can truly step it up in the playoffs.
They're playoff bound. Let's know you guys' thoughts and feelings down below. Who you guys want to face? Here we go, Steelers, man.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace. I can't believe this shit.